football from where you live.
Welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy. He's Rob Hughes. I'm Ross Bowen, and we begin tonight's show with a Class 5A matchup at McCutchen between the Mavericks and the Westfield Shamrocks.
The Mavs have steamrolled through the North Central Conference on their way to a perfect 9-0 record, standing in their way of a sectional finals appearance, one of their old conference foes, a Westfield team that hasn't lost to McCutchen since 2008. Also, the same team that beat the Mavs twice last season, including their sectional matchup. Things pretty rocky to start for McCutchen. After a fumble on the opening kickoff, Elvin Caldwell punching it in from a couple yards out for the early 7-0 lead. Westfield back with the ball on third down. Brad Myers comes up with a huge sack on the Shamrocks. Again, though, McCutchen not able to do anything with it. Mavs now punting it away. Kobe Hauser going to return it for Westfield. Makes a couple guys miss. He gets all the way down inside the McCutchen 10-yard line. Westfield would finish that drive for a 14-0 lead. Ensuing kickoff, Mavs with some solid special teams. The nifty handoff to Blake Elming gives his team some good field position. Elming finally getting some room to run on the following carry. Right up the middle, drops a Shamrock in his way. And now we have break time for the Zebras, Ross.
Curly, what are they playing, tag out
Curly
there?
and Mo telling jokes over there. Now we can get back to the game. Elming and the Mavs at the 1-yard line. Senior running back pushes across the goal line for 6. McCutchen back within a touchdown. Westfield led 21-7 at the break, and the second half looked a lot like this. Caldwell running wild up the middle of the field, carrying Mavs with him. Coach Frauheiger trying to fire his guys up, but nothing doing. Later in the drive, Westfield finishing it off. McCutchen couldn't stop the 215-pound running back for the Shamrocks, and the Rocks oust the Mavs from the playoffs 28-7. McCutchen ends their season 9-1.
I'm glad you put Trent Jocelyn and Dave Mecklenburg
Absolutely.
on the show there. That was good. Kokomo got the ball first, but the Raider defense came ready to play. Jeep Morehouse comes up with the interception off the deflection, and he has his sights set on the end zone. The Cats bring him down, though, at the 10-yard line. 3 plays later, Jadan Sturgeon under center hands the ball off to Daniel Wright, and the senior sneaks by everyone on his way into the end zone as the Raiders take the early 7-0 lead. Kokomo would respond, though. Second quarter, Kyle Wade hands the ball off to Jordan Holloman, who bulldozes his way in for 6. PAT, though, no good. Raiders lead 7-6. Harrison trying to make something happen. They go for it on 4th and 2 and from midfield, and Daniel Wright carries a cat with him as he moves the chains right there, which led to this. He's a freshman, and he's money. Daniel Madron with enough leg to sneak it over the crossbar. Harrison led 10-6 at the half and to start the fourth quarter. How about the Raiders, Rob? They win 17-14. Harrison will play Westfield next week.
That's a good win over at Delphi. Central Catholic trying to stay hot against Delphi. The Knights working in Oracle territory. They hand it off to Jackson Anthrop, who bursts up the middle, flies past a number of Delphinian defenders. Anthrop's 42-yard run makes it 7-0 Knights. CC marching once again. Avery Denhart evades the pressure, throws it up. Anthrop comes back to make a diving catch, and it's first down CC. A couple plays later, they hand it off to Action Jackson. He's in every highlight so far, makes his way in the end zone for a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, Knights up 3 touchdowns and make it for Anthrop, who else, slicing and dicing his way past a couple oracles, breaks it loose with a bunch of his comrades along his side. The Knights take a commanding 28-0 lead, and CC's not done. They're looking for more. Denhart fakes the handoff and throws the quick screen to Luke Fusick, and he does the rest.
Oh, there was somebody else
of
out on the
space.
field?
There was somebody besides Jackson Anthrop, but CC's a strong team. Obviously, they win 56-6.
Over to Rensselaer, where the Bombers played host to Bowman Academy. This one got ugly early. In the first quarter, Bombers inside the 10. Trevor Hill takes the reverse and strolls in for 6. Doesn't get much easier than that. After a 3-and-out, Bowman Academy can't quite get the snap off. It's on the ground. Rensselaer recovers with great field position. A few plays later, Bombers at the goal line. Ryan Arhood takes it up the middle for the touchdown. Wind conditions brutal throughout the state tonight. Bombers would go for 2 all night long. Here's Arhood. He gets the 2-point conversion. Bombers up 24-0 at that point. Bowman Academy trying to make something happen, but the Eagles just can't find any running room on the Bomber defense. No, sir. Very next play. Eagles fumble the pitch. Bombers recover. This one turning into a nightmare for Bowman Academy. We're still only midway through the first here. Our Hood takes the sweep and races down the sideline for the score. Bombers would run away with this one. 60-14 is the final.
Not a huge surprise.
No, not really. 4 games down and 6 to go. Coming up after the break, we'll make stops at Winnemac, Pioneer, Carroll, Rockville, North Vermilion.
And for all the BC faithful out there, a stop at Benton Central where the Bison were in action against Lewis Cass. The winner gets a matchup with the Knights. The Frenzy will be right back.
On News 18, high school football from where you live.
Welcome back to the Frenzy. We start the second half of our show with a matchup at Benton Central.
Doug Nelson and company at home this week after a nice road win last week at North Putnam. Tonight, though, would be a much tougher test for BC, taking on the Lewis Cass Kings. First quarter, rough start for the Bison. The snap gets away from QB Colton Tucker.
Oh, boy.
And the Kings recover. A couple plays later, Cass's Hunter Clark barrels in for the touchdown, and it's 6-0 just like that. Lewis Cass. Their next possession, QB Owen Oman passes to Jacob McKay for a nice gain, getting a bunch of yards on Benton Central.
Yak.
But the Bison later stopped Cass on 4th down on their own 2-yard line. How about it? Big time goal line stand. Later, though, the Kings keep it on the ground. Jake Wilburn gets the first down, and then it's Clark in for his second touchdown. Kings move on 51-7. Still, though, nice first-round sectional win for Benton Central.
11th ranked Fountain Central on the road at Rockville. Kobe Pierce had himself a ball game. Check out this play as Pierce does his best Tim Tebow impression. No one can stop him. 7-0 good guys. Moments later, with all eyes on Pierce, he hands the ball off to Colin. It's strange that no one knows I have the ball. It's a 40-yard touchdown, and the route is on. At the other end, Pierce bulldozes his way in for another touchdown. Fountain Central would go on to win. Final score 19-7.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
I am.
Covington
Yeah,
on the road at North Vermilion.
Did I
First
rush
downs. No, it was good. Good
Okay.
execution. Wouldn't come easy for the Trojans. They moved the chains right there on the QB keeper. A few plays later, Danny Brewer gets the ball, and he picks up about 5. Tells you a little bit of what we're dealing with here. 5-yard gain is a highlight. Trojans forced to punt, but the Falcons give the ball right back, and that's why you never give up on a play, kids. Quentin Andrews recover it. Covington back in business, but it would not matter. North Vermilion advances with the 48-0 victory over Covington.
Class A #1 ranked Winnemac Warriors hosting Whiting, starting with the Oilers. It's a handoff to Ethan Young, who gets some great blocking here and further up the field as well, and looks like a late hit here by Devin Kistler. And the Oiler offense doesn't like that very much, but the Warrior defense would respond with Colin McGee stepping up to make the tackle to keep the Oilers from getting any yards on the play. Taking over on offense, quarterback Parker Fox has plenty of time to look for a receiver, and he finds Luke Pugh, who pulls the ball in and heads all the way in for the touchdown. More from the Warriors here. Parker Fox finds Pugh again, who's open again. He runs to try to break the tackle and eventually gets tackled. There you go. Winnemac improves to 11-0 on the year. 34-14 was the final.
Another Class A powerhouse, the Pioneer Panthers hosting North White. Panthers hike it straight to quarterback Sam Kaiser, who gets some blocking up front, runs upfield for a gain. That's enough for a first down. On the last play of the first quarter, Justin Mersch carries the ball past the defense before getting pulled down and loses the ball. Luke Diener picks the ball up, going to the outside, then cutting back before getting pulled down. It's a long play. First drive, the second for the Vikings. Luke Diener makes the pass. And look at that. 2 bounces, and it's Caleb Kinley's hands there that gets a hold of it before he quickly gets pulled down by North White. The rest of the game was really all Panthers with runs like this by Nick Price, getting more great blocking up front before getting tripped up near the 10-yard line. Pioneer advances with a 63-14 victory.
Carroll on the road at Caston tonight. The launching pad, normally a tough place to play. Not for the Cougars. The Comets started off pretty good with plays outside like this run by Brandon Petrovsky.
Yep.
Okay, but that's as far as they got. The Cougars' big, bad Brandon Dillon bulldozes not one, but 2 Comet defenders to run in for the 50 yards. I think he's going to get caught here. Never good. No, he's in for 6. That
Big
wasn't
guy.
written, though. Surprise for everybody. Justin Wilson On the next carry, he runs through the belt, off Comet's, not sure what's going on there, takes his defender's head on there, gaining an extra yards on the play. And he's making it look as easy as Sunday morning as he goes in for the touchdown. Wayne Durden Hughes drops an interception. Doesn't matter, though. The Cougars devour the Comets. Coach Brown and Carroll wins big, 52-0.
Hyphen last names there.
Yeah, it got me. That's all 8 games of highlights coming up. We have the always popular Coach's Corner with a twist.
That's right. Former Harrison Raider and Purdue Boilermaker Josh Lindblom joins us to talk about his upcoming 4th annual charity game night.
Welcome back to the Frenzy, making his annual appearance on our show this season, former Harrison Raider and Purdue Boilermaker Josh Lindblom. Josh, thanks for being here.
Yep, we're here to talk about the 4th annual charity game night, obviously, but we want to talk about your season a little bit. We were just kind of talking about it. You started, what, the 3rd game of the season for the Oakland A's this past year?
Yeah, the 3rd game, I believe.
What was that like?
Fun. Anytime you get to pitch in that kind of atmosphere, it's always great. Pitching in Big League Stadium, pitching in Oakland, some of the best fans in baseball. It's really, really cool.
After the spring that you had, take us through what you're thinking when you get that call and you're pitching in the first game against the Indians on a day-night doubleheader.
Yeah, pretty crazy. You know, I was all lined up to start the first game of the year in Sacramento, and you get a call and, hey, we need you in Oakland tonight. Well, all right, I guess that's where I'll be tonight. I don't really have a choice, so it's a little hard, but, it's just an hour-and-a-half drive, so it was nice.
Is that kind of the benefit there? Some AAA clubs are not exactly that close. You get to just drive on down there?
Yeah, you don't have to hop on a plane or anything like that. You just hop on a car, and I think that's why it's so easy for them to do that being in Sacramento.
As for the charity game night, this is obviously a big deal for you and your wife Ariel and everything that you guys put into this. Just talk about this event this year because it's a little bit different.
Yeah, a lot of hard work. We're switching it up this year. It's going to be a bowling night. We really wanted to have some kids be able to come and kind of see what we were doing and show that giving back can happen anywhere and wherever you're at, your schools or wherever it might be. So to get the kids there, and then we're going to have kids from the programs that we're benefiting, LUM and Tippy Stars and Best Buddies program, and also the Food Finders Backpack program. Some kids are going to be able to come out, so it'll be a pretty neat night.
There's some trash talking I've seen on Twitter between you two.
There is.
Bowling. He's trying to say that his last name, Bolin, is close enough to bowling that he's a better bowler than you are.
Yeah, I don't
know if that flies.
I don't think it flies. Spelling's wrong. There's all kinds of things that aren't adding up here.
So who's going?
And I've bowled with him before, so I know that he's not.
Now we need to know who's the better bowler here.
And if that doesn't make you want to come out and bowl for a great cause, I don't know what will. It should be a great event, and obviously there's still time for people to buy tickets and come out for this.
Yeah, you can go online, joshlindblom.com, and also there'll be tickets available at the door too, and that's next Saturday night.
Very good. Josh, I appreciate you coming on. It's always good
We
to
always
have you.
enjoy the Coach's Corner, and this time
luck.
it was with a twist because the assistant coach of the Josh Lindblom Foundation, Josh Lindblom, joins us. The head coach, Ariel Lindblom,
is watching
at
our daughter
home
right now.
with Presley. So a special thanks to her for all her hard work.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For more Frenzy-related features, including bonus highlights from tonight's games, just visit our website, WLFI.com.
I will win next Saturday night. We'll
see.
Purdue football coverage tomorrow night on News 18 at 7 and 11 o'clock, plus state cross country and semi-state volleyball. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
Trick or treat.